Okay, YouTubers, we got a 2007 Yukon with the 5.3 and the typical oil sending problem that sets off the alarm inside your car. I'll list the codes down at the bottom of the email. We're going to show you a little bit easier way to do it. First thing we're going to do is remove the cover of the engine. And he has already bled the pressure off. You can either do it by pulling the fuse, or you can let it out by the Schrader valve on the other side. Okay, this is my buddy Eddie. He don't want to be on camera because he's too pretty. He don't want to break my lens. And now we're going to show you what needs to be disconnected and moved around. First thing we're going to do is move the line for the brake booster. Okay, he tucked it up underneath of there. Okay, and then he's going to remove the PCV valve. Oops, sorry about that, people. Sorry to blind you, but okay, he's got that up and out of the way. He could probably tuck it underneath the wiper if he had to, or underneath the firewall cowl. Tuck it underneath the firewall. Just push it right down there and slide it underneath. There you go. That's out of the way. And then, of course, the tool he's going to use is a normal fuel line disconnect tool. There's different kinds. He can use the kind that he has from Harbor Freight, the cheap ones that don't matter. He's going to, I want to get a little bit of a close-up on that. He's going to slide that in. Oops, sorry. He already disconnected it, so, you know, if you need to know how to disconnect it, send me a message and I'll give you directions on how to do that. It takes a special tool. There's this kind that he used, and then there's the other kind that are just round and they slide on, kind of like the same as an air conditioner line. So he's got that disconnected, and then he's got plenty of room. I want to show you the tool he's going to use to take it out, because he can reach back there with his hand now, even as big as his hands are. He can fit them back there. All right, show us the tool that you used and pull that apart. First he's going to zip tie. It's hard to see with his big mitts in the way, but it's harder for big people to work on cars, especially today, because everything's so tight. I have much smaller hands, and I can get in there, but this is his job, so I'm letting him do it and guiding him a little bit. He probably knows more about it than I do on this job. All right, now he zip tied it right there, and everything's out of the way. Now
you unplug the oil pressure sensor.
Unplug the oil pressure sensor. I'm going to reach back and unplug it. Okay? Because with all that stuff in the way, you are probably going to drop that thing. He's got a 27 millimeter socket. He's got an extension, wobble extension. It probably doesn't really matter whether it's wobble or regular. 1/2 inch drive. And he also has this 1/2 inch adapter that plugs into the end of the extension, and it has a head on it, a hex head, that he's going to put that ratchet wrench on there. And what size is that?
19 3/4.
That's a 19
3/4
or 3/4. Okay, so he's going to take that out. Now what he's working on, he's not only going to take out the sensor. Sometimes the sensor's bad, but there's also a oil lifter. I'm sorry, a lifter valve. Oil filter valve. It's a oil valve, a lifter valve. Am I saying it right?
Yeah. Lifter
valve oil filter, and whoever designed this vehicle should be punched in the face by everybody that owns one, because when you see this little tiny filter, you're going to be like, that had to be done on purpose. There's just no way to keep oil going through there without this thing getting plugged up. Now, do you have the new one, Eddie? I want to show him that. Now, he's going to try to pull out the filter by hand, but we also have a camera. We might have to go back there with the camera. And here's the filter, and I don't know which one the part number is. Do you, Eddie? Oh, here we go. Here's the GM part number. Okay, it's 12585328. All right, And can you open one of them, Eddie, so we can show them how small this piece of crap is? Like I said, these manufacturers anymore, they're making everything so difficult. So us mechanics, backyard mechanics, whatever you want to call yourself, it's a lot cooler to call yourself a tech, but we're not really techs. We try. But anyway, look at the size of this filter. All right, compare it with my finger, and look how fine that screen is. That's metal screen, right, Eddie?
Yes.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It doesn't really take much for this to get plugged up. And this job here, we already replaced the oil pump with the updated version, okay? Because that's what we were told it was by everything that we studied and everything that we looked at. And he drove it for 2 weeks. The oil warning thing came back on again, and of course the truck's back. So we started doing a little more digging, and we found a post on Just Answer. Listen, if you got to find something technical that you've never done before, or you want information that you never heard before, search it on Just Answer. JustAnswer.com. JustAnswer.com. Just Answer. And they got really good mechanics on there, really good posts. They post a lot of stuff. And then, of course, if you need to go into more detail, if something don't cover your subject, then you would go ahead and just pay the money. I'm telling you, it'll save you so much time and actually money, labor, things of that nature, because they give really good answers. So that's what we're working on today, and we will post other videos on different subjects and different trucks and different cars and stuff like that, because I know we both have used YouTube a lot, and we've got a lot of really good information from other mechanics, and I really appreciate all that. They've saved me a lot of time and money working on people's cars as a private mechanic. So I want to return the favor and post some stuff that really there's not many posts on there, and we try to do it step by step so it makes it easy for you. So we're going to close it out right now. I don't know if he's able to get that filter out yet or not.
No.
Did you get the sensor out yet?
Yes.
Okay, sensor is out, but you don't think you're going to be able to get it out without the camera? Because I got a pick here if you want to use the pick. You might be able to reach down in there and get it out with a pick. Is it stuck in there really good?
Yeah.
The problem is it's got a little O-ring seal on there, and no doubt that's got oil, what do they call that? I want to say oxidation, but it's not oxidation. Oil residue, shellac you might want to call it, that's built up in there. And so he's on top of it. He's working hard to get it out. The problem is it's plastic with a metal screen, and you certainly don't want to break it. You don't want half of it in there. Don't really know why it has to be in there. Don't make no sense. I thought that's what the oil filter was for, but it's probably just designed for them to make more money. What are you going to do? All right, hope this helps you guys out. Subscribe, like, dislike, hate, whatever you want to do on the bottom. I got a lot of, well, not a lot, I got quite a few other mechanical videos on there that I think are important to give you some tips and help and stuff like that. And if you have any comments, just leave them down below and I'll get back to them and answer you when I go back on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.